Alright guys, welcome back to the Arrow episode reviews. And yeah, this episode was just okay. I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. This episode was just meh. I just walked away from this episode going, meh. Now there were some good points to it, but the big problem with this episode was Diggle. And don't get me wrong, Diggle can be a really cool character. There are other times where I just get so irritated with him, like at the beginning of this season, where, he just, everyone was willing to forgive Oliver but him, and even though he gave all the reasons for it, it's, I don't know, it just bothered me. Like, in this episode, it's no different, because we do find out that Andy is alive, and that's actually something I suspected when, they did the whole erasing the names thing. I was like, Andy's alive, isn't he? That's what I was kind of thinking to myself, is that he's alive. Yeah, that's kind of what I was that's what was kind of going on in my head when they did the whole erasing identity. I was like, I would not be surprised if Andy showed up somewhere down the line, and sure enough, right after we get, it's like we get all these return characters. We knew we were going to get these characters back, except Andy. But the thing is that we've just been getting characters returning one after the other. We had Sarah come back in body, and then in spirit, and then then next episode we get Ray back, and now we're getting Andy back. Man, can we just stop with the returns, please? Arrow, you've done that for like 3 consecutive episodes. Come on, what? WTF here? So yeah. Diggle is still pissed off about, finding out about his brother and the illegal operations he was in and why Hive possibly killed him. And now they've discovered, oh god, he's alive and I'm pissed off. Even though there's plenty of evidence that may suggest that he's, that either he was undercover and also he's under the influence of Dark, which, yeah. And he's still like, no. My sister-in-law thought, and my nephew thought you were dead for 8 years, and despite the despite all this, I'm not going to give you the benefit of the doubt and be pissed off because the writing says it is. I will admit that I did enjoy the moments between him and Laurel. I actually like how she compared a lot of what was going on between him and Andy between what was going on between her and Sarah. I did like that. I really did like how, of all people, it's Laurel, because, let's face it, Laurel's kind of already had that story go through her, technically twice. And, yeah, also, whose bright idea was to give Thea a sword, and let her keep it while she's still feeling the effects of the pit, Don't give her a sword, much less arrows. And she nearly kills a guy in broad daylight, and again, I know they don't bring it up in the episode until the end, and nobody brings that, like, your older brother's trying to run for mayor, and you'd think media outlets would be like, oh, mayor's sister, out of control. And trust me, if someone was going to beat the shit out of someone, especially like someone who's a political figure or a potential political figure, someone's going to be having their phone out and selling that shit to TMZ. That's not how, no one talking about it or calling for an arrest after an assault and battery charge like that, just, no one just gets away with that scot-free. And the fact that, we didn't get this touched on, even, the guy could have been like, I could sue your ass because I know your brother, who's the mayor, is boning a very rich girl right now, and I could sue your ass for assault and battery. And no, that's not touched on. And the boyfriend, what's-his-face, who looks like a country singer, no, really, he does, is just completely cool with it. And after she says, I had a bad night, can you understand what I'm going through? And I was like, God, damn it. I know you guys really want me to continue to review Arrow, but there are times where I'm just like, why do I... Especially after, what was that one, that really Olicity-heavy episode? That one made me go, I really want to quit. Oh, man. But, anyway. So, we also learned something about Thea and Damien Dark. Apparently, Dark's whole, Shang Tsung move can't be used on Thea, and it actually makes a bad reaction to him. to his powers, and it actually kind of hurts him. And it also, for some reason, helps Thea. So I guess her and Malcolm are going to be working together now to figure out how that can purify her. Probably just her, and just completely forget about Sarah, because that's how this show works. But yeah, we also have someone once again calling hypocrisy on Oliver Queen, which is always fun, especially when he's like, "Oh, when it's family, you totally think it, you totally think it's a totally different object." And I was kind of actually in this kind of situation. I was with Oliver on this one because he's like, "Look, the only reason I want to believe in family was because that was one of the few things that got me off the island. So you should at least give your brother the benefit of the doubt, even though, yeah, we do find out that his brother was in charge, doing some criminal activity when he was off, and then before he joined Hive. But I would not, I would not doubt it, and and this may happen. This will probably more than likely happen. That what was really going on was that Amanda Waller pulled some strings, made him say, "Look," she pretty much said to him, "Look, you are now under my control. You're going to go out and do this for Argus. You're going to go undercover and you're going to cut ties with your family and make it look like you're the bad guy." Would not be surprised by that. And yeah, I am also glad that both Diggle and Felicity, as much as I hate to give credit to Felicity on any terms, actually call bullshit on Oliver's really stupid idea of going in with Dark and saying, "Hey, remember that thing I said about being mayor because I want to be something bigger for this city other than the Arrow? Well, fuck that. We need to get rid of Dark." Yeah, so glad that's been a change up. Yeah, but I just can't believe, Diggle's stubbornness. Yeah, his brother was, a member, his brother is back after 8 years and probably did some pretty bad shit, but he should have at least been like, "I want to know, everything, and I'm willing to try and find him." And yeah, he should have been at least like, "I want to know the answers," rather than be like, just step out and be like, nope, he's not my brother anymore. He did some bad things. Not my brother anymore. I don't want to know why. And then at the end of the episode, he's like, "I want to know why," and Andy doesn't really give him stuff. But again, I would not be surprised if, Waller was behind, the illegal actions, so he's not really responsible for them. Again, that's just how I've kind of come to, realize that sometimes people, especially in Arrow, sometimes people do just really bad things because really bad people told them otherwise, and that's not, and that's enough to make them go, "Okay, you're a good guy after all," even though there's no. I need to stop myself because then I'm going to give myself a heart attack because this episode, this show in general, just irritates me sometimes. But again, there are some good moments. Like I said, I did like the conversation between Oliver and Diggle, even though Diggle's completely stubborn at this point. And like I said, I like the interaction between Diggle and Laurel, having that conversation about, family and resurrection and all that. Yeah. Anyway, so not much else I could say about this episode other than it was just alright. But anyway, guys, I also think we're not going to get any more Arrow episodes for a little bit until that Heroes Join Forces two-parter, which I'm not really feeling the titles. Really? That sounds like a fan fiction from a 5-year-old. Heroes Join Forces! Really, guys? Come on, you couldn't have done, I guess Justice, anything to do with Justice. They were, I bet you they were going to call it something like Absolute Justice or something like that, but, but Warner Brothers was like, no. They just went, what's that basketball player's name that goes, no. Yeah, but they basically did that, it was like, "Hey, let's call it Absolute Justice." In comes Warner Brothers. No. Anyway, but yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait for a couple weeks until we get the 2-part crossover and introduce Vandal Savage, who, by the way, that dude, I know he's a European actor. I've never really seen his work, but yeah, when you see him, when I was watching the preview for the 2-part Arrow Flash story, I was like, damn, this dude looks like Vandal Savage walked right out of the comic. It's the same thing with Matt Ryan's Constantine. The dude looks like Vandal Savage in the comics. I was like, I really hope you can really be awesome. I really hope you do. But anyway, guys, so you guys tell me, what did you guys think of this episode? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Do you think there was ulterior motives for Andy? Really curious to know what you guys have to say about all this. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys later.